Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Historical Gamer once again, and today I am here introducing a brand new series that I'm going to be starting with Tortuga. This was actually his idea. You want to say hi?
Yeah, so I'm Tortuga, I have my own content channel, but I'm really excited about this series.
Excellent. And yeah, I probably should have introduced myself first. I'm the Historical Gamer. I've got a YouTube channel myself, if you're not already familiar with it. I look at kind of strategy and war games on my channel. Tortuga does the same. And Tortuga actually plays a lot of Rule the Waves. And he brought this up a couple of days back that he was interested in starting a succession game for Rule the Waves, which was a pretty neat idea. So, kind of the idea behind this series is that we'll be playing Rule the Waves version 1.33, and the succession game, basically the idea is to put either Tortuga or myself in the role of a naval director or naval secretary of a country, but only for a limited period of time. So if you're familiar with Rule the Waves, again, it's a early 1900 naval arms race simulator, which allows you to be basically the grand admiral in charge of designing ships, and you can also fight your navy during a war. So the idea behind a succession game is each one of us, as well as another YouTuber who's not on this video, XTRG, will rule a country for 6 years. So we're going to be playing as France, and I'll be starting off in 1900 when the game starts, and I'll be the naval director from 1900 until January of 1906, or the end of 1906, however that works out. And then at that point, I'll hand it over to Tortuga, who will then have to take the fleet that I built and designed and kind of prepared for combat. And, he may have different design philosophies. He may hate some of the ship classes that I built, and it'll be on him to try and figure out, all right, what of this junk fleet that that my predecessor handed off to me do I want to keep, or what do I just want to trash and try and, rebuild? But who knows? Maybe a war breaks out and he ends up having to fight a fleet that he doesn't like, doesn't fit his strategy, doesn't fit his play style. So the real idea is to create this game where we're kind of simulating reality, and in democracies, as administrations come and go, you end up having, different administrations come in that have different design philosophies, especially in this early 1900 period. A lot of the sort of ideas behind, capital ship construction and naval tactics were always in flux. So this really adds an element. Instead of having one guiding vision for 25 plus years of gameplay, you have three different visions and ideas, and they may conflict. At least I think that's the hope, is that'll make a more compelling series.
Yeah.
In addition to that, when we fight a war, we may have to work through how that works. So if we get bogged down in a war, it's possible if the war's not going well, maybe I'll get replaced before my 6 years are off because I just lost a decisive battle, and Tortuga needs to come in and save the Republic of France. But basically, that's kind of the idea behind this series. I don't know if you wanted to add any extra clarity toward Tortuga.
No, I think you pretty much got all of it. I think this is really a more realistic touch because in the normal game, you can design yourself well into the future, and it's not really how it goes in the real world. So, yeah, I think you basically hit on everything I would say.
Perfect. And like I said, we do have another YouTuber that we're going to be including in the series. His channel is XTRG, and he's just not able to join us right now. So from 1900 to 1906, it'll be me. I'll be running the show, and then from 1906 or early 1907 until 1912, it'll be Tortuga, and then 1912 to 1918, it'll be XTRG, and then it'll cycle back around to me again, as we progress. And then, like I said, assuming there's a war, you could see that mixed up a little bit because, as Winston Churchill found out during World War I, sometimes politics can drive you from your perch in the Admiralty. As I mentioned, we will be playing as France, and we'll be starting the series. We'll put together a joint playlist, so all these videos will be in one place. I'll be posting, obviously, my videos on my channel. Tortuga will be posting his on his. But again, we'll create a joint playlist so that way you can just go to one spot and view everything.
Yeah, and also at the very end of your series, it'll be obvious that we're transitioning, and we'll try to leave reminders or some kind of link so that at the end of one person's tenure, you can really easily link over to the next person's videos.
Definitely. And if you're watching on my channel, I'll throw a link to Tortuga's channel in the description just so you can, you can find his. I'll make it very obvious where to go to view the videos as they transition over. And I assume likewise for Tortuga because we're going to post this intro on both of our channels.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, I don't have anything else, but did you want to add any closing remarks?
No, I think that's it. Just sorry that XTRG couldn't make it for this, but I'm sure that he's really excited for the series as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I haven't done something like this before. It's something I've kind of talked or thought about in a few different games, but I think this game really fits, Rule the Waves really fits it in a unique sort of historical and yet compelling way. So I'm excited and can't wait to get started.
Yep, feel the same way.
All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
Take care.